I have my hand. This is the anterior view of the hand, which is clay on wire. And then the posterior view of the hand. This is the hand before being shaped into the bones. At the end of day 2, I've attached the ulna and the radius. I've used these 4 different pins to show my 4 different landmarks. I've used all these different colors of clay to show the different carpal bones. I've used the number 2s to show the phalanges. I've used the pink clay to show the cartilage in the middle of each bone to attach it. I've used the number 1 to show the metacarpals and then these bones down. And then on the back, I've also done the ligaments with these 2 colors of clay. So I did the wrist joint, also known as the radiocarpial joint. The wrist is made up of 27 bones in the human hand. It has up here 14 phalanges, and it's from the 1s down to the 2s. So all these are made up of the phalanges. Then there's 5 metacarpals. This would be the number 2. So these number 2s right here, the 5 metacarpals in the hand. Then there's 8 carpal bones, which would be right in here. So these are the 8 carpal bones. The green over here is the tricrylium. Then we have the yellow is the pistiform. The orange is the trapezoid. The light blue is the lunate. Then the pink is the trapezium. The red is the scaphoid. The dark blue is the capitate. And the purple is the hamate. Then connecting to all the hand bones is the ulna and the radius. So the radius is actually bigger than the ulna. This would be the radius here, and then the ulna. The articulating cartilage lines the bones where the bones meet. So I use this pink clay here to show the articulating cartilage. It helps the movement of the hand. So the pink clay would be dividing like the metacarpal here from the phalanges and then all the way through to where each little bone meets. The ligaments, The ligaments that I've shown are both on the palmar side of the hand. We have the yellow here that it's going to represent the flexor rectilium. It is a fibrous band and it actually arches over the carpal bones of the hand. So like the ones I showed you on the other side, it would actually arch all the way over them and it actually creates what you would call a carpal tunnel. The median nerve and the flexor tendons pass through the tunnel up to the hands, which helps with the movement of the hands. This orange here represents the transverse carpal and it is attached to some of the flexor reticulum, which is here, so they're both attached. I decided to use these 4 different colored pins to show the different landmarks on my hand. So this one over here, the orange pin, is representing the ulnar styloid process. It is at the rounded end. It affords attachment to the ulnar collateral ligament. So here's the ulna. The radiostyloid process is over here. So the radius is over here. And I actually use this yellow pin to show the radiostyloid process. It's on the distal of the radius bone and serves as the point of attachment for the bronchiolitis muscle and the radial collateral ligament to the wrist. The hook of the hamate is showed by this blue pin up here. It is close to the motor branch of the ulnar nerve that goes through and the artery as they pass through the tunnel. The ulnar nerve turns around the hook of the hamate. So the hamate hook is one of the carpal bones and it's actually at the top. So this is the hamate and the hook is literally at the top. Then the last one, the last landmark I shown was this purple one over here and it's actually the tubercle of the trapezium. So it is found at the anterior surface of the bone and it sometimes can be where adductor, the muscle attaches right over here. I'm going to be showing you a few different movements that the hand and wrist can make. So first would be flexion, is when you're bending your palm all the way down. Extension would be the opposite, so when the palm's coming this way and back. Then we have pronation, is when your palm faces down and then you're looking at the top of your hand. So all the way down, touching the ulna and radius, or as far as you can go, and you'd be looking at the palm of your hand. The radial deviation is another movement, so it's actually when the wrist would turn towards the radial, and then the ulnar deviation would be when it would turn towards the ulna. Then pronation Now I'm going to be showing you some movements of the thumb. So abduction with a B would be pushing the thumb away from the palm. Then you'd have adduction with a D, would be moving it towards. Opposition brings the thumb and little fingers together, so you'd bring them all together. Reposition is moving the thumb and the little fingers away, so you'd actually be moving them away from each other. There's actually more than 30 muscles in the hand to help the whole hand move, so that's what helps it move.